say salam to my friends. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? I like to start with our salam sound, but before we start, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Can you say it with me? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And we're going to do our salam sound. Ready? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Wa alaikum assalam. I greet you with peace, my dear friends. I greet you with peace, my dear friends. I greet you with peace, my dear friends. Salamu assalam. Thank you, everybody, for being so patient. Thank you for being here. It's wonderful to see all of you. Alhamdulillah, I missed you. It's been a whole month since our last story time. Have you been reading books? Raise your hand if you've been still reading books. Good, alhamdulillah. If you didn't know, these are what some of our friends turned in for our book raffle. So by the time, at the end of this story time, I'm going to pick from one of these papers and somebody gets to win a book, okay? So if you have read any books in the last month since our last story time, you can write your name on a paper, you can write your books, and then you can turn it in to me, and then you have your paper. Thank you. And then you can be one of the raffle winners, inshallah. Do you have a question? You're raising your hand so nicely. Your mom makes good food. Alhamdulillah for moms who make good food. Alhamdulillah, my mom makes good food too. But she lives so far away, I don't get to eat it much. Yeah, you have a question? After, you can turn it in for the next story time, inshallah, if you don't have one for today. Or you can quickly do it by the end of the story time, and then turn it in by the end of the story time. But if everyone is ready, I'm just going to jump into it because you guys have already been waiting, and we're going to start reading our first book. Today, we're talking about kindness. Have you heard that word before? You have? Oh, yeah. Okay, wait, what happened to that? What happened to the zipper? The zipper came undone? Your zipper's broken. We need to get you a new zipper. Okay, so I want you to raise your hand quietly and tell me if you know what that word means. You know what kindness means? What does that mean? Being nice. What does kindness mean? Being respectful and generous. What does kindness mean? Being nice. MashaAllah. You? MashaAllah. Being nice, being respectful and generous and respectful to our friends. What do you have to say? What is kindness? Do you know what that means? What? Means frogs? Okay. Yes, be respectful to the frogs. Yes. What is kindness? Ooh, yeah. Okay. Yes, be respectful to everybody, right? To your friends, to your family, to your God, to Allah. Be respectful to all of Allah's creation. Do you want to say something too? What is kindness? Be nice, be respectful. Very good. Yes, mashallah. Yes? Being generous. Mashallah. Yes. Being kind to the world. You are all right. And you know what? You are all kind. But who knows who is the most kind? Allah is the most kind. Do you have a lot of things in your life? Who gave you all of those things? Allah. Allah gave us all of those things, right? So Allah is generous. Okay, who can see my hand? Who can see my hand? Go like this, ready? If you can bring your hand, go like this. It's good to answer the questions, but when we get too loud, then we become rowdy and then no one can hear, right? And we want to be able to hear. Allah is so generous and so kind to us, and we can find ways that we can be kind to other people, to our family, to Allah's creation. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about kindness. Okay, so my first book is The Kindest Red. And this book is by an Olympic medalist called, her name is Ibtihaj Muhammad and S.K. Ali. Have you guys seen this book? No? Maybe it's new because I couldn't find it at the library. I had to go buy this book, but I wanted to read it for you guys, inshallah. So, The Kindest Red. Mama holds up the dress. My sister Asia's dress. Before that, Mama's dress. Now it's mine. I hug it close. I've been waiting so long to wear it. Sometimes we get hand-me-downs from our bigger sisters or brothers, right? Asia does my hair just like Mama taught her. She says, almost done, Faiza, just like Mama. I get to slide the sparkliest scarf pin into Asia's hijab to hug it tight. Mama takes our picture day picture before waving goodbye. My kind, beautiful girls, remember, you are strong and smart. You can do and be anything. Can you do and be anything if you want to? Of course. You can't be anything? Yeah, that's true. You are going to be yourself your whole life. But could you be anything? Like if you wanted to be an author and write books, or you wanted to be a nurse or a doctor or an engineer. Oh, like if you grow up? Yeah, but when you grow up, you can be anything you want to be, right? If like for your job, I mean. Like obviously you can't turn into a giraffe. Because that would be really weird, right? If you're like, I want to be a giraffe, and then all of a sudden you have this really long neck. That would be like, no, you're not a giraffe. You're still you. Silly. Okay, shh. At school, my friend Sophie twirls in a dress with big red roses and the biggest red sash. I twirl to show her we match. We march into class together. How do they match? Their dresses. But their dresses look different. How do they match? They both have the same type. They have the same dresses. Like, no, not the same brand. Just they both have dresses. Oh, but do they both have a red? They both have some red, right? I think that's what they mean, that they match. Like, yeah. Today is a special day. It's time to think about what kind of world we want to live in, Mrs. Ramirez says. What kind of world do you want? She writes all our answers on the board. So somebody says an ice cream world. I bet most of you would want that. A sunny world, a happy world, healthy world, funny world, fair world, candy world, unicorn world. It's going to be such a good world, inshallah. So look, she's drawing. She's going to draw the kind of world she wants. Miss Ramirez asks each of us to draw the world we want and give it a name. Everyone around me picks up their colored pencils. I see Sophie drawing superheroes, lightning bolts and flowers. Mama would say, draw a beautiful world. Asya would say, draw a strong world. What do I want? So she's kind of thinking what she wants to draw. Did you guys all see that? A beautiful, strong world. Ooh, I like that. A kind world. A world where there's always a friend nearby. A world of friends helping one another. So look, she's drawing all the different ways that friends are helping each other. Like she's got an umbrella to share with her friend. She is giving a high five to her friend. Let's see. What is this? Oh, they're watering the plants. They're doing lots of nice things. Everyone in here is doing a nice thing, right? Okay, class, it's recess time, Miss Ramirez says. Are you ready to make your wishes for the world come true? When we get outside, I link my arm with Sophie's. Let's make the world kinder, I say. With our superpowers, Sophie says, we look for ways to grow a kind, powered world. I wonder what they're going to do. They look like they're on a mission, though, right? They're like, yeah, let's do this. Molly wants someone to bounce a ball with. Andre wants to play with London, so we look for her. Jada wants to play tag, so we chase each other. It's going to be such a good world. Are they being kind to all of the friends at school? Yeah. They're doing nice things for them, right? At our second recess, our class keeps using our powers to make the best world. I run to Asia to make her day even better and ask her, is there anything I can help you with? She smiles and gives me and Sophie and Jada a turn with her basketball. We feel even more powerful after that. Is sharing being kind? Yeah, so look, she's sharing the basketball and including them to play. Priya needs help putting a Band-Aid on her hand. Sophie needs her sash tied into a big bow. Mateo needs help with his bow tie. Sophie needs her sash tied into a big bow. Oh, her bow keeps coming undone. She needs her bow tied again. Violet and Felix need to stop fighting over the jump rope, so they decide to take turns. When it's time to line up, Sophie needs her sash tied into a big bow again. Mateo and I help her. Oh my goodness, Sophie and her sash. Let me see. Are there ways that you guys help when somebody needs you? What do you guys do to be helpful? You do tricks? Tricks? Tricks are helpful? Okay, what do you do that's helpful? Huh? Being generous? What do you do that's helpful? Be kind to each other. That's always helpful, yes? When somebody needs help with their ribbon, you can help to tie it for them? Yes, that's being kind. What are some things you do to be kind? One time you made breakfast for your parents. That's very kind, mashallah. When your brother is sad, you do funny tricks to make him happy? That is so kind, mashallah. Do you do something that's kind? I'm sure you do a lot, but do you want to give me an example? You help your mom. That's very kind, mashallah. Did anybody else want to say something? Yes, we always do things that are kind, and we can find things to do to be kind, right? Our class picture is full of big smiles. Let me see your big smiles. Smiling for a picture. Later, Asya comes to pick me up from my classroom. Sophie's brother and Priya's sister come to pick them up too. It's sibling picture time. Me and Asya all by ourselves. We get in line. Molly is wearing the same shirt as her siblings. Andre has the same tie as his big brother. Priya is wearing jeans like her sisters. Sophie's brother even has a vest covered with roses. Seeing them makes me happy and sad. Why do you think she became sad? Yeah, because she noticed that she wasn't matching her sister, but everybody else was matching. So now she feels like kind of left out maybe. Because Asya and I don't match at all. Oh no, look at her worried face. She looks so worried. She's like, I really want to match you. Oh no, what am I going to do? When Sophie sees my face, she asks, are you okay? Jada asks, do you need help? I tell them. Jada says something to Sophie, and Sophie nods and pulls her sash so hard its big bow falls. She pulls it out of its loops, and Jada spreads it out, and it's big and wide and strong, just like Asia's hijab. It's the most beautiful picture day ever, just like Mama wanted. So wait, what did her friend do? Yeah, she's like, here, you can use this so you can match your sister. A sash, a bow or a sash. Yeah, so her friend loaned it to her. That was nice, right? Mashallah. I want a kind world. A world where kindness passes from one to another. Like Mama passing on her dress. Like Asya doing my hair. Like our class passing power to each other. Like Jada passing on an idea. And Sophie passing her sash, like me passing on this story. So did you see how one act of kindness kind of led to another act of kindness and it just kept getting passed around? It's a chain. Wow, mashallah, what a cool way to look at it. Yeah, it's like a chain. And it just keeps getting stronger, right? And then you keep like adding another chain to it and it keeps getting bigger and bigger. That's really cool, mashallah. And that's the end of that story. Did you want to say something? Like a generation, like getting passed down? Yeah. You, when your grandpa gets older and older and older, he came to the masjid? Oh, that's nice. Did he come to pray? I bet he prays for you all the time. Yeah? Yes? Did you want to say something? You pray for everybody in your house? That's so good, mashallah. They appreciate your prayers, I'm sure. So this little girl found some ways to be kind, right? And when we are kind, do you think that it makes other people want to be kind too? Yeah. The bunny? Oh, did you see this book? Have you read this before? I read this book a few years ago with my boys, and I loved it. So I went and I found this book. So let's see. Let's see, do I need to go to the next slide or no? Okay. So this is just something that I found that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said. He said that kindness is a mark of faith, and whoever is not kind has no faith. So, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah, you know that story? Yeah, so when we are kind, we are showing that we are people of faith. Do you know what that means? Yes. Do you have a question or you want to tell me? It's just a heart, like they're holding a heart. Because where is your faith? Where does your kindness come from? From your heart, right? Our hearts are a very special part of us. And that's where love and kindness and our faith in Allah, that's where it is. Is that funny that they're holding the heart and it looks like an apple? Is that why you're laughing? Is that silly? Okay, so this book that I want to read is called If You Plant a Seed. So this book is by Kadir Nelson. Okay, let's just start reading this book. If you plant a tomato seed, a carrot seed, and a cabbage seed, let's see, look at them. Look, they dug a hole. They're putting a little seed in. Let's see what happens. In time, oh look, they have to wait. So first, they put some dirt on it, they put the seed in, then it rains, and they're sitting and reading a book, and with love and care, they're just waiting and waiting. Tomato, carrot, and cabbage plants will grow. If Allah wills them to grow, they will grow. Like you said, the watermelon didn't grow because Allah is in charge of something growing or not, right? So look at what they have. Oh, they have all these delicious things to eat. Tomatoes and carrots and cabbage. Num, num, num. Yummy, right? Do you think they're able to fill their tummies? Do you have a question? The carrots are for the rabbit. Yeah, rabbits do like carrots, right? Oh, but look. Who came? There's some crows, robins, blue jays. MashaAllah, you know all the different names of the birds. Very cool. Yes, they all came. What do you think they want? You think they're hungry too? Cheese? Oh, they want the seeds? Oh, okay. So let's think. What could the rabbit and the little mouse do? Take as much as they can and run away? Just leave the cabbage? Because you don't like cabbage? You think they could be generous? Okay, that's an option. They could kick them out and say, like, this is our food? So look, this is a time where they have a choice, right? They have all this food, and they just had some guests. Let's call them guests. So some guests came to join them, and they have a choice, right? They can choose something, or they can choose another thing. Let's find out what they do. Oh, look at those birds. They're like, this looks so yummy. What do I want to eat? If you plant a seed of selfishness, do you know what that means?
Yeah, it's like you want to keep it to yourself.
You want it all for yourself. You're like, wait a second, I grew all this. I want it all, right? In a very short time. Look, so they start by yelling at them. What do they start doing? Yelling back, right? Uh-oh. It will grow and grow and grow. So did you hear what I said on the last page? I said, if you plant a seed of selfishness in a very short time, it will grow and grow and grow. So do you think this is a very good outcome? No, right? They're going to fix it because I said they're all good books. Well, let's see what happens next. Because right now, this doesn't look very nice, right? You think so? Would you want to be in the middle of this? Yes? This looks like a big, messy fight, right? I wouldn't want to be in the middle of that. No way. It will grow and grow and grow into a heap of trouble. You think the dove is just sitting and trying to lay an egg? Well, does the dove look exhausted now? Sometimes when you get into a big fight, afterwards you feel kind of exhausted and you're just like, oh, I just need to sit here. I can't do that anymore. So now look, they all kind of look kind of sad, right? And messy. Oh man, what a waste. They destroyed all the food. But if you plant a seed of kindness. So look, that was the first option, right? Being selfish and keeping it all for themselves. But now They're saying if you plant a seed of kindness, now let's see how the story can be different. So look, what is he doing now? He's offering a tomato, saying, here, this one for you. You have this one. Let's see what happens now. You want to be there? In almost no time at all. Oh, look, what are the birds doing now? The crow stole it. Now they're flying away. But look what happens. The fruits of kindness. Now what happens? What is happening here now? What are these that are falling? Seeds. Now there's tons of seeds. Somehow those birds, they knew where all the seeds were. And now all these seeds are falling. They collect seeds, will grow and grow and grow. So now look over this amount of time. Oh, mashallah. Look at that. Look how much grew. You see watermelon? Wow, they grew all kinds of things. Look at all the things that they grew. Yeah? Yeah? You see everything that they grew? Is that a lot of food? Then they gave flowers. There's so much food growing, right? And look how happy they are. You think he is? And they are very, very sweet. So now do they have food for more than just the rabbit, the mouse, and the crows, and the birds? Now there's other animals, right? Now there's a raccoon, a duck, a rooster, all kinds of birds. Now there was enough food for everybody. And it was very, very sweet. So which one do you think was the best choice? Planting the seed of selfishness or planting the seed of kindness? Kindness. Because look, because listen, Allah even tells us that if we give, He will always give us more, right? So we don't have to be selfish because Allah is the one who provides for us. So we don't have to be like, oh, I have this food and I'm going to keep it all for myself. Because if we share it, then it will always increase. We will always have more, right? Inshallah, yes. Art project? No, that's a different story time. Yes, you have a question? You have a question? What? You can grow a seed. Yes, you can. Is it better to plant a seed of kindness? Yes, it's better to be kind, right? That's what we learned from this story, that it's better to be kind, right? This is my next book. You want to say something? What? You want to go to your mom? Is she here? Where is she? You can go to her. Okay. Our next story is called Goat's Coat. Have you read this book? This is a really good story too. This is by Tom Percival, illustrated by Christine Pym, or Pime. I'm not sure. Look at Goat's coat. Look, he's looking at himself in the mirror, and he's admiring his coat. Do you think he likes his coat? Yeah? Let me tell you the tale of Alfonso the goat, who was terribly proud of his lovely new coat. It had bright, shiny buttons, all made out of glass, and a collar the color of freshly cut grass. So what color is his collar? Green, freshly cut grass, green. People turned to admire as Alfonso walked by. "What a marvelous coat!" he heard someone sigh. Alfonso was happy. He pranced and he skipped. Then he heard a sad noise croaking out of a ditch. Oh no, what do you think it could be? Croaking? What croaks?
It's a frog.
A frog! Let's see. Deep down in the ditch was a family of frogs. They used to live there in a mossy old log. But the log wasn't there. It had rotted away. And the frogs from the log now had nowhere to stay. Oh no, their home was destroyed. Now they have nowhere to stay. So they're croaking and they're sad. Oh, there's a big tear. Look at that. You see, they're crying. They're like, oh, we don't have a home. The frogs were distraught. Please help us, they cried. Help! And Alfonso felt sorry for them. So he tried. He unpicked some stitches upon his new coat and using the fabric, helped make them a boat. The frogs were delighted. He just made their day. Oh, thank you, they croaked as they all sailed away. So even though he loved his coat, he took part of it and gave it to the frogs to make a boat for them. Alfonso's new coat didn't look quite so smart, but he felt a warm glow in the depths of his heart. So see how we were talking about the heart? He's feeling something in his heart because he did a nice thing. He clipped happily on till he came to a shed. The sound from within filled Alfonso with dread. What could possibly make such a sad sound as that? Alfonso peered in, then he saw it. What do you think it is? What do you think is in the next page? A cat! The cat was trembling and terribly pale. It was clear to see that she'd hurt her tail. Oh no! What happened to her tail? Do you see? What is it stuck in? A mouse trap. Uh-oh. Alfonso got busy and cleaned up the cut. Then using his coat, he bandaged it up. The cat was so glad, so grateful and happy, but Alfonso's coat was now looking quite ratty. See, he just keeps taking parts of it and using it to help people. So now his coat is not looking like it did in the beginning. Yes, even though he loved his new coat, he's choosing to be kind, right? He's using what he has to help somebody else. That's so nice. Like the sash. Good, yeah. He clip-clopped along through the crisp winter's day. He was whistling a song when a hen came his way. The hen was upset. She'd lost one of her chicks. Could this be something Alfonso could fix? Together, the hen and Alfonso looked around, but the hen's little chick just couldn't be found. Look, he just keeps finding people that he wants to help. I'm sure you guys do that too. Then somewhere up high, a voice cried, "Help me!" And there was the chick, stuck up in a tree. Oh no, way up at the top of the tree. So Alfonso removed even more of his coat and tied it together to make a long rope. He gritted his teeth, then climbed up like a rocket. He came down again with the chick in his pocket. Alfonso's new coat was now looking a mess. Still, what's done is done. It was all for the best. So now he barely has any of his coat left, right? But did he just save a chick? You think he's naked? I mean, he's a goat, so I guess like goats don't really need clothes. Yeah? As Alfonso walked on, there were more problems still, but he helped solve them all with his coat and his skill. Alfonso's new coat was now just a few threads, but he thought of the good deeds that he'd done instead. The weather grew colder. Snow fell all around. Poor coatless Alfonso trudged back toward town. So now it's getting cold and he doesn't have his coat to keep him warm. Good thing he's got all that fur though, right? The blizzard grew worse. It got colder and colder. Alfonso took shelter behind a large boulder. Alfonso was freezing and night would soon fall. And so he curled up into a cold little ball. Look at him, so rolled up tight, trying to keep himself warm. But then he heard voices ring out through the night. Someone was shining around a bright light. I wonder who that could be. Here came the frogs and the cat and the hen. He wasn't alone. He'd been found by his friends. They found him. They were looking for him. Oh, seeing them all made Alfonso feel better. And not only that, they had brought him a sweater. They had made it themselves from the things they could find. A gift to Alfonso for being so kind. So do you see how he had this cool coat that he loved, but when he saw people that needed help, he used his coat to help them, but then he got something else, right? So when we give away, we always get something back. Maybe it's different, right? And so our dear goat had made best friends forever, and he wore his new sweater, whatever the weather. So he lost his coat, but what did he gain instead? A sweater and what else? And a bunch of new friends, right? So his kindness made something else grow. So he didn't lose his coat. He actually gained something much better in return. Okay. Do you guys want more books or are you tired? You guys look tired. You want all of them? Okay. Let's see, what did I put for my next slide? Let's see. Okay. So we talked about this before. Allah is kind. The Prophet ﷺ said, Allah is kind and he loves kindness in all matters. So when we are kind, do you think that we are doing something that is pleasing to Allah? Yeah, we are, right? Because Allah created us in a way that we can have kindness. So when we are showing kindness to others, we are doing something that makes Allah happy. And that's what we always want to do. So let's see. I have these 3 books. You guys want to choose one of them? Who wants this one? Wait, sit down and raise your hand. Oh, you have your names?
I want 2 more.
2 more? That's for the raffle?
Can I go sign a piece of paper?
Yeah, you want to get a paper?
I want this thing I give first.
Okay, you guys, if you want to write your name on a paper for the book raffle, you can do that. Okay, so I'll You don't want it?
Yeah, because I got another one.
Oh, you got a different one. Okay, got it. Okay, sit down and I will read this one. The Big Umbrella by Amy June Bates. By the front door, what do you see? What color is it? Is it the big umbrella? It's a big red umbrella. There is an umbrella. And look at this person picking up the umbrella. It is big. It is a big, friendly umbrella. It likes to help. What do umbrellas do? Protect you from the rain. It likes to spread its arms wide. Oh, there you go. It loves to give shelter. So when it's raining, do we huddle under there? and stay dry? Yeah. It loves to gather people in. So look, it just keeps growing bigger and bigger. More people seem to fit under there. There's a ballerina. It doesn't matter if you are tall. Whoa, look at those legs. Who is that? A duck with really big legs. Or hairy. Even that hairy guy, he's going to get in there. What is that? Or plaid. It doesn't matter what you've got on. It doesn't matter how many legs you have. Oh, who's going to join them now? The little dog, huh? He's got 4 legs. Some people worry that there won't be enough room under the big umbrella.
Look at the umbrella.
How does it get so big? It keeps growing and growing. It keeps fitting more and more people because its kindness is growing, right? Yes. Good, you're getting it. I like that. But the amazing thing is, there is only one of the duck's legs. Where's the other one? Look, the umbrella keeps growing because the kindness keeps growing, right? Hold on, let me finish. Oh, look, and the sun comes out. There is always room for everybody. The end. Ta-da. Yes. The raffle? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how we are on time since we had to start late, so should we just do the raffle? Okay. Who wants me to pick their name? Of course you all do, right? But I can only pick one. Only one. So, should I do what I did before where I throw them all up and I try to catch one? Or should I... I think I know your guys' favorite word. Wait. I know your favorite word. You know what it is? Do you know what your favorite word is? No? I know your favorite word. It's yeah. It's yeah, like this. Yeah! Okay. Here we go. I'm just going to do this. Okay. Zahra, Samir. Samir. Zahra, Samir. Is this you? Congratulations! Okay, but you can pick a book. You don't have to have your paper only. You're both sisters, so you're going to help her? Okay. Oops, I picked one of these books. Is that the one you want? Allah made everything. Do you remember we sang this song? Yeah, you can learn the song too if you don't know it. Inshallah. You know it? Do you? You want to sing it for your friends right now? I'm just kidding. I'm not putting you on the spot. Okay. So, I guess that's it. I do have more books to read, but if people have to go, you're welcome to go. Or if you want me to read the other ones that I have, we'll save those for next time. Oh, another thing I wanted to announce. So for Ramadan, inshallah, we're going to do a weekly story time. And we also want to collect new Islamic children's books to give to some of the children in our community who are in need. So if you need ideas for books, if you go and look at the videos, I always have a list of the books that I've read. So like, I usually have a book titles list. So that's a way to, if you wanted to contribute any books for the book drive, inshallah. That will be nice. We can collect some books and pass them out, inshallah. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we need to just get the R Wiggles out now. Yeah? All right. Thank you all for coming. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for coming. Oh, he's so cute, mashallah. Khudafis, Allah Hafiz. Thank you for coming.